Plan Commission meeting for September 25th. Please call the roll.
Mr. Cappers?
Here.
Mayor?
Here.
Mr. Titterington?
Here.
Mr. McGarry?
Here.
Mrs. Snee? Here. Mrs. Mahan?
Here.
Mr. Wolke?
Here.
We have a quorum. All are present.
Okay, we have our minutes of the September 11th meeting. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions? I'll get things started. I've already told the clerk that there's a correction in the second to the last paragraph, well, the last motion. It says Mr. Cappers asked the amount of roadway dedication that is required. This is for the new subdivision out near Creekwood. I didn't ask about the roadway dedication, I asked about the road frontage. So she'll make that change. Are there any additions, corrections, and deletions other than those?
I'll move for approval as amended.
There's a motion. Is there support for the motion?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They stand accepted as amended. Okay, next we have an alley vacation. Staff has a report.
Yes, we do. Thank you. This is an alley vacation from Ash Street to the alley north of McCaig. It runs in between Ash and Elm Street. Essentially, the alley does not have any city utilities in it. No buried infrastructure exists. To be honest with you, we thought this was done a while ago. We could not find record of it being done, and our law director suggested we go ahead and record it to make sure that the record can be found. So this was found when a property owner approached us about, I think, putting in a permit for a shed. So this actually, the alley only exists on paper. If you go out there now, it looks like it's owned as private property currently. So the petition has been signed by all property owners, and we do ask that Planning Commission make a positive recommendation to City Council.
Any questions of staff?
So move. Recommend to council.
Second.
Motion second. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Mayor?
Yes.
Mr. Titterington?
Yes.
Mr. McGarry?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee? Yes. Mrs. Mahan?
Yes.
Mr. Wolke?
Yes.
Mr. Cappers?
Yes.
It's approved.
Next matter on the agenda is Historic District application for 120 South Plum Street. Staff has a report.
Yes, sir. The applicant requests that the Planning Commission review the painting of the residence located at 120 South Plum Street. The property is zoned R5, single-family residence. The owners are Philip and Christy Beckie, who are not here today, unfortunately. New owners and new residents of Troy. Applicant is requesting, like I said, the repainting of the front door and shutters only of the residence. They are wanting to keep the chip paint look and style that the main body of the house has. I did bring the original color samples up. Looks like they're being passed around now. Again, the door is a brighter red than what it is being proposed. The newer color is a more muted red, and the current shutters are a bright green or a brighter green, and they are going with that, I believe, an emerald, more of an emerald style color, a little bluish green. The OHI form lists the property being constructed in 1853 with Greek revival influence, is a significant contributor in the historic district in the residential area immediately adjacent to the central commercial core. It is not listed on the Historic National Register. Again, the colors being proposed are Autumn Ridge for the door and Deep Emerald for the shutters. I'm also making the note that the applicant's husband does a lot of woodworking. He is probably going to be removing some of the shutters. They are the original wood shutters to the house, and we'll be restoring those and rehabbing those, and then also replacing them back up and placing them back up, not replacing them, back on to the building. So if you see them come and go, that's what's happening. They are going to restore the original shutters that are there on the house.
So the material of the original shutters is not going to change?
No, sir. No, sir. They are the original wood on the front part of the house there. Some of the ones around the rear have been replaced, unfortunately. Staff does recommend the approval for these alterations.
Any questions of staff? Commission want to take any action?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion and support for the motion. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Titterington?
Yes.
Mr. McGarry?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee? Yes. Mrs. Mahan?
Yes.
Mr. Wolke?
Yes.
Mr. Cappers?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes.
Approved.
Next, we have the Historic District application for 224 South of Market Street. The staff have a report.
Yes, sir, we do. The property owner is Innisfree Enterprises LLC. The applicant is Mike Swiss, who is not here. He has a representative from his business along with Matt Gray of Level NB here in the audience if you have specific questions about the project that you'd like to have answered. The proposal is painting of the cedar siding. This is the case for the property I mentioned last meeting that was started to be worked on prior to approval. The property owner did submit, obviously, the proper application and information. So the OHI form lists the property more, it's more for the original Troy Daily News portion of the building. The red brick style was built in 1977, not exactly considered a historic portion as the OHI form suggests from the original building. This property is on B3, is in the Central Business District, and is also not listed on the National Historic Register. The request is for painting of the exterior cedar siding, cover the front metal that is over the second entrance on the newer addition portion with a stained cedar, also in a black color. That color is going to be tricorn black, which is Sherwin-Williams SW6258. Because the original color of the siding was a reddish stain or reddish paint over the existing cedar. The other portion of the paint will be the Troy Daily News original portion of the building. I did not have that in my staff report due to a miscommunication on my part with the applicant. The Troy Daily News portion of the building, the original portion, those windows will be painted black to give consistency over the entire building. The original color is that cream yellowish color, but it's just the windows and trim that will be painted black. I believe the window box there along the front will also be painted black to give some consistency.
It's the same black as with the rest of the building?
Yes, sir. It'll be that tricorn black. In the rendering, that's actually what it should look like once completed as far as the painting.
For the record, when you're talking about the windows, you're not talking about the windows themselves, you're talking about the trim and the grid work?
Correct, not the
And
glazing.
and then also the flower boxes.
Correct. Correct.
Mr. Chair, any more questions?
Yes, Mr. Terrington, go ahead.
So I see on one of the rendering that they included, and I know I don't think we're talking about this today, but you've got the MB, future MB sign. My only question there is that the same black on the sign as the colors or pretty close?
We'll submit a formal sign.
Yeah, I know you will. I just figured that's why they were going with that color.
I believe so. I didn't pull the old permit from their current location on that. The other alteration that the applicant is requesting is a standing seam metal roof that will be in a black or charcoal color as well to try and match the tricorn black, and that will be on the south side facing roof, replacing the existing 3-tab shingle roof that is actually in need of repair, which I'm sure Mr. Gray can speak more on if you want to know. The application has obviously been reviewed for compliance and all requirements of the zoning code. Staff does recommend approving the proposed plan.
Any questions of staff? Just a tweak.
Yes, sir.
Innisfree Enterprises LLC is the owner of the property, or is Aaron Twist the owner?
Innisfree Enterprises LLC is the deeded owner.
Okay.
Mike Twist is our applicant.
And Aaron Twist is the owner of Innisfree Enterprises? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Any other questions of staff? Commission want to take any action on this matter?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion, support, any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. McGarry?
Yes.
Mrs. Snead?
Yes.
Mrs. Mahan?
Yes.
Mr. Wolke?
Yes.
Mr. Cappers?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes.
Mr. Titterington?
Yes.
Approved, unanimous.
Okay, next matter to come before the commission is the historic district application for 12 South Market Street. Does staff have a report?
Yes, sir. The Applicants are Modern on Market. We have Lydia and Ashley here in the office, or audience here. If you have any questions, as well as Mr. Westfall, who's the building owner. Applicant requests the Planning Commission to review the painting of the building storefront located at 12 South Market Street. This property is zoned B3 Central Business District. The building is Victorian style with second-story windows, which are 1/1, third-floor windows, which are very tall, 2/3, with horizontal mullions. The building was built by Henry Mayo in 1854 for commercial and entertainment purposes. This building has a significant impact on the historic character on the public square district, and this building is also not on the National Register. Again, the proposal is requesting to repaint the storefront and installation of new signage on this building. The painting of the storefront is only the sections shown in the attachment of your packet. Color is Sherwin-Williams S6993 Black 9. Repainting will be for the sign inset, columns, windows, doors, and mullions of the storefront. Applicants are also requesting the approval to change the color of the 3 existing hook lights from the green to a gold color. They look green. I think they may actually be a black. When I was out there, I don't think that's too big of a detail, but they're an extremely dark color. Couldn't really differentiate between the two. The last proposed change is for the installation of new signage. The sign will be individually mounted lettering made of aluminum in a gold matte finish. The permitted square footage for this location is 28.5 square feet, and the proposed signage is 7 feet by 3 feet for a total of 21 square feet, which is in or under the allotment for this building. Staff does recommend approval for the proposed alterations.
Any questions to staff?
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Tiverton?
So the second and third floor, the trim is a burgundy, maroonish burgundy.
Yes, they still have the burgundy and dark green detailing trim colors. Between applicant, the owner, and staff, we went through a couple modifications with it. The original plan was to paint the entire storefront all black. We discussed, trying to have some consistency between the newer approved Block Box 290 next door, and then also Brower's large burgundy canopy and sign there, and trying to find a good compromise between those two. And this is kind of what we came up with, keeping that cream color of the original building around the trim, trying to tie everything in.
Any other questions to staff? Commission will take any action.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Mrs. Snead.
Yes.
Mrs. Mahan.
Yes.
Mr. Wolke.
Yes.
Mr. Cappers.
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes.
Mr. Titterington.
Yes.
Mr. McGarry.
Yes.
Approved.
Does staff have any other matters to come before the commission today?
We do not, thank you.
I understand, Mayor, you might have something to come before the commission.
I do, but if I could add to Tim, we did receive a card about the planning and zoning workshop that'll be coming up in December in 2019. I assume it'll still be at Sinclair.
Correct.
But I just wanted to say, you are very prominent in making that happen, and so hopefully maybe some of us will show our support for you, Tim, and the committee.
If anybody wishes to sign up, just let me know and I'll get you registered.
I, for one, will be there. Now, yes, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Anything else?
Yes, I do. Many of you know Dee Mahan, right down there, is retiring from the Main Street organization. She's stepping back on some of her other activities. Many of us know her as a community servant for many different involved activities in our community, notwithstanding the Troy Strawberry Festival chair, as well as been involved in the farmers market, which has been very successful. Part of that, though, in stepping away, she has submitted her letter of resignation on the Planning Commission. effective at the end of this month, September 30th. She's been a loyal Planning Commission member since 2005, which if I add right, that's 14 years of service on just this Planning Commission. So I just, obviously, we've been good friends for years, and I wish her nothing but the best in her retirement. And I'm sure she'll retool somewhere along the line, but I just wanted to make that notification that this will be her last meeting as a Planning Commission member, and I will be searching for a suitable replacement soon, so before our next meeting.
Dee, thank you very much
Thank you.
for your service.
It's been a pleasure.
I'd like to give her a round of
Yes.
applause. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else?
That's it.
Any of the other commissioners have anything to say? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Well, thank you.
Second.
I'll
second it.
Second for that?
I'll second that too.
I think I heard Mrs.
Yes.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, thank you.